What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Lush Terrain. So they are calling this one, and wait for it, a Mosaic Wai-iti Motueka Waimea and Moutere-hopped IPA. It comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. No IBU is listed, and a time of review, this can is just under 1 month old. I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to them. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail video I did that contains all the goodies they hooked me up with. And they hooked me up with 6 different beers again this time around. And I believe 3 of them were single IPAs. I believe 2 were 6.75%, and then we have this one. So first things first, I don't really talk about Dan Jetz's artwork on their labels too often, but I really like this one. I love the color scheme. I just love it. It's fantastic. I'm putting my hands on the back so I don't look at the tasting notes, but it's such a great, I just love the label. It's fantastic. So this is a curious hop combination. I don't think I've ever had this. I'm safe in saying that I believe that I've never had this hop combo. A lot of Southern Hemisphere hops along with Mosaic. And yeah, I don't know what to expect from this one other than hopefully deliciousness in a glass. I don't know. The last couple, lower ABV IPAs I have from them, the Meet the Motuekas, okay. More dirigible, pretty solid. Their Meet the Mosaics was fantastic though. So I'm hoping this is more like Meet the Mosaics. Anyway, let's give it a pour here. Yeah, so it's pouring out that milky Hop Butcher juice that they're known for, I would say, at this point. Put the can over there. I really want to showcase the artwork. Anyway, yeah, it has that milky honey orange color. About a 2-finger off-white, super creamy looking head. Very compact. Just looks beautiful. Looks beautiful in the hashtag Proper Glassware. Let's get a nose. Whew. Wow, there is so much citrus on the nose. You could sit here and name every single citrus fruit you could think of, and you'd be right, because the nose is screaming. There's zesty citrus. There's like a freshness to it. There's a sweet citrus character. There's a ton of, to me, a lot of grapefruit. There's ruby red grapefruit, pink grapefruit, white grapefruit, all mixed. Maybe a little bit sweeter. A little bit sweeter. A little bit of orange and a tangerine. Definitely a lemon lime zestiness, probably from the Motueka. Dare I say Tangelo, the tangerine and grapefruit hybrid. Yeah, tons of citrus. Underneath it, there's a soft berry component. They like to say dank berries a lot of times on the back of their labels. I wouldn't say it's necessarily dank berries, but it has like a soft, like almost raspberry kind of boysenberry type of feel to it. There's like a resinous hop character that's almost reminding me of pine, but it's not real big. It's just kind of, it's like a resinous, earthy pine kind of thing. It smells awesome for 6.5%. It smells like it might lean a little bit sweeter, although that pine kicking in, maybe not. I don't know. It smells really good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again to Hop Butcher. Ooh. Yeah, this has a lot of zesty, very zesty and pithy citrus fruits. It like starts off with like a big sweet citrus blast or like a big freshness, but then the zesty and like pithy kind of rindy citrus comes at the forefront. Let's go body mouthfeel. 6.5%. This is medium bodied, really nice mouthfeel. Hop Butcher. It's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. Is it the best mouthfeel I've had from them? No, but for a 6.5% IPA, it's really fucking nice. The taste though, right up front, there's just, I cannot stress enough how much the complexity of the citrus is kind of winning me over in this one. You're hit with sweet, like sweet OJ, maybe like a sweeter grapefruit juice, like a pink grapefruit juice. And then intertwines, and then there's maybe a touch of that like juicy Tangelo right at the forefront, but then it turns into that zesty, like zesty lemon lime, like a rindy orange. It's crazy how quickly it goes from sweet citrus, sweet and fresh citrus to a zesty kind of citrus. Just tons of citrus complexity. And I keep on saying citrus about 600 times in this review. Middle of the palate, there's A little bit of that berry, but very, very slight. Not as big as it was in the nose. Maybe a touch of stone fruit, like a mango, like a over-ripened sweeter mango. But it pretty much goes fresh citrus. We'll go from your left to right. Fresh citrus, fresh/sweet citrus into zesty citrus, slight berry and stone fruit thing. Then it goes right into this really resinous, earthy, piney, herbaceous kind of finish. Finish is semi-dry with a mild to moderate bitterness. This is actually has a little bit of bitterness on the back of the palate. It has a nice blend of the dryness and the bitterness really on the back palate. What I like about this one is that it does have a balance. There is nice sweeter malt notes at the front, and then on the back of the palate you're left with the dry and bitter quality. Speaking of the malt, there is an underlying crackery kind of malt sensation. I'm going to pour the rest of this in, see if it changes. That's been happening a lot, not only in Hop Butcher beers, but in other beers where I pour in like the last 3 or 4 ounces and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, it changed. And we'll see if that's the case here. I don't really care if it does, but I really like this. This is nice. One more sip. It really doesn't do much. Yeah, this is real nice. It's not amazing to me. It isn't the best. Like, again, the bar has been set for their 6.5 or 6.75% IPAs. And that for me is Meet the Mosaics. That is the best I've had from them, sub 7%. It just did everything I wanted to. This, not really close to that, but still pretty fucking good. So I'm going to give Lush Terrain from Hop Butcher low 4.25 and go 4.15. I think that's a fair score. Really nice, weird hop combination. It worked. The ABV, again, 6.5%, you really can't tell. There's no warming in the chest. There's no astringency on the palate. Just a really well-made and enjoyable beer. Price and availability, I believe prices on these $15-16 a 4-pack. So, kind of in the realm of what you expect to pay for something like this. And availability is Hop Butcher. We here in the Buffalo, New York area have gotten drops like 4 times now from Hop Butcher. The last drop was maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. Their Rewaka Mania and something else showed up. So they're making it out in the wild. Now, it's just not only at Hop Butcher. You can get it at craftshack.com. If you really want Hop Butcher, you can get your hands on it if you put in just a little bit of effort. You don't have to go crazy and trade for it and go nuts, but you should be able to find it or know somebody that can get it relatively easily, like myself. Anyway, tasting notes. Almost forgot. I was thinking about it and then I almost forgot. All right, let's read this. Fresh citrus. Yes. I kept on saying sweet and fresh. So I have not looked at the rest of the tasting notes, but I don't think they put citrus twice. If I really had to, I would say more zesty citrus. Like, just thinking right now what's left on my palate, I would say zesty if I had to pick one, but you could go sweet, fresh, or zesty, and I think you'd be right. Pleasant pine. Yeah, I said I was getting pine. Is it pleasant? Yeah, it does balance it out. Like I said, a really nice balance of like a moderate bitterness with that semi-dry finish, and then you have the sweetness from the malts and all the fruity goodness up front. So I would say it's pleasant pine. I didn't say pleasant pine. I said pine, but yeah. And pink grapefruit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said every citrus fruit. So I'm super right, but pink grapefruit, sure. Here's the thing. You said fresh citrus already. Pink grapefruit. Isn't that not a citrus fruit? So it's kind of like redundant to some point. So I don't know. They're not wrong though. The tasting notes are spot on. So yeah, really good beer. Really, it's nice. This is like a nice fridge beer. You want a 6.5% IPA. It has some really nice complex flavors, but you're not going to get hammered from drinking a couple cans of it. It's not going to weigh down your palate. You're not going to get palate fatigue from it. I think this is one of those beers. So 4.15 out of 5. If you've had this one before, let me know. Post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it exactly. Did you think it was balanced? Did you not like it? Did you love it? Who knows? A lot of times I've noticed that, especially when it comes to Untapped or even people posting on the comment section, a lot of times they agree with me. Sometimes they don't. And either way, I'm cool with it because we all have different palates. We all have different opinions. So if you love this one, let me know. If you hated this one, cool too. Doesn't matter to me. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Huge thanks to Hop Butcher for this beer. And until the next one, cheers.